Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. This is the right place to come if you want to learn how to be a professional wedding crasher. I think everybody has probably heard of the movie Wedding Crashers, which was released in 2005 with Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. Our program is totally different than that movie. We are the professionals on how to be a professional wedding crasher. Just getting a message from my producer that we have just gone over 100,000 views of people online right now waiting to hear how to become a professional wedding. This is just unbelievable. We are the nuts, the bolts and the nuts of how to crash a wedding, and that's why you're tuning in right now. So we have a completely different approach to wedding crashers. Wedding crashers. It's based on the Boy Scout, Eagle Scout Awards with badges that get you to that point. It's a long process and it's a well thought out process, and you will be successful if you follow the entire program. So you're probably wondering how we got interested in doing something about wedding crashes. Well, it happened a while ago. I actually went to a wedding and there were two rooms. They were right next to each other. And I misread the sign or something, and I end up going into the other room. And I was in there for quite a long time. I was having hors d'oeuvres. We were talking to people. We had cocktails, and all of a sudden, somehow I figured out that we weren't in the right room. We walked in the wrong door. We went right, and we should have gone left. And that sort of got things thinking here of how to professionally become a wedding crasher. Our program here is for both men and women, but I'm presenting the male side of it. Ladies, please adjust as required. There are several very important things that you must do at every wedding crashing event. One, appropriate dress for the wedding. If you're out west in Cheyenne, Wyoming, blue jeans and a cowboy shirt and a hat might be appropriate. If you're in New York City at the Waldorf Astoria, a suit and tie would be appropriate. The most important thing that you can do is carry a wedding present with you all the time. There's nothing in the box, but the box looks like you're actually doing something at the wedding. No one is crashing a wedding without coming in with a box, so you're not going to have a problem there. It's always good to talk to the other side. If you're saying that you're a friend of you find out who the people are, you're always on the other side. You're friends of the groom if you're talking to the bride, and vice versa. We strongly recommend that you go to weddings where you have more than 150 people. The bigger the wedding, the easier it is to get the job done. So once you've sort of got these things, you go to the website and there's a program, and you can start to work on different badges. There's a total of about 500 badges, of which you're going to need 50 of them, and the 50 need to be in a certain order and so on, so that you can move then on to achieving the goal to be an Eagle Scout crasher. Some time ago, we kind of had a devious program that we were doing. It was kind of fun, but we have completely separated ourselves from being devious. At one wedding, I can remember, we turned off the power. It was great. The whole place was up for grabs. It was a big room. There were 500 people at a major hotel in Chicago, and we turned the power off. But we don't do that kind of thing anymore. Oh, one time at a smaller wedding, we took all the silverware off the table. That was, everybody sat down, there was no silverware. Oh, we don't do that anymore, okay. There are badges for all the different parts of a wedding. There's badges for the cocktail party before dinner. There's the dinner badges. There's the dancing badges. There's the post-wedding badges, and so on. One of the most important things that you'll see reading through all the documentation and everything that's available online, which is at weddingcrashers.com/documents, is a good video camera. We suggest a small lapel type that would let you do all kinds of things, but no one's going to see it. Back in the old days, you had to get photographs from people that were there. You had to get affidavits from people that were there, and so on. That is all not necessary now with the advent of the video camera. Another point that you might consider, and we would highly recommend it, is you take a little cash with you. A pile of $20 bills will get you a long way getting people to do what you need them to do to be successful. The main event, I'm going to go over the last 5 things that need to be done. We're going to skip a lot of points in between. We're going to go right to the chase of this. Number 1 is that you need to sit at the head table. And not only sit at the head table, you need to be between the bride and the groom, right in the middle. So to achieve that, one of the best ways is to slip maybe $50 to the people that are putting the chairs up and have access to those kind of things, and have them put an extra chair right in the middle. You need to be close by so that when the chair's there, you're sitting down right away before anyone else. No one's going to be moving you. You're sitting right there between the bride and the groom at the head table. The next thing that you need to do, and you've been working on this through the badge program, so this is not a big deal for you. You're well trained for this, and that is you need to give a 5-minute toast. It sounds hard right now in front of a large room of people, but after you go through the whole program of badges and so on, it will not be a problem. The other thing that needs to be done is you need to be right there when they're cutting the cake. If you're the male, you're going to be holding the bride's hand, steadying it so that she can cut the cake successfully. And of course, you want to get the first piece rather than the groom giving the first piece to the bride. Another goal, and we need to have a documentation, and we explained how to accomplish that, but we want you in all the wedding photographs that are being done by the professional photographers. And of course, one of the more fun things that is done is that you need to get the first dance on either side, bride or groom. We know that the father of the bride has been looking forward to this their entire life, of the first dance with their daughter after the ceremony, and you need to be right there to start dancing with her. So those are the main topics. Once you get this all done, what you're going to do is take your video cam stuff, we're all online, and send it to everybody. We have about a 150-page questionnaire. It takes a little time to do it, but you need to complete that and send it to us so that we can review it, so that we can issue you an Eagle Scout badge. And one last suggestion is we suggest that you park your car in an area for a quick exit. Just in case something might go wrong, you might want to make a quick exit. So, we thank you for tuning in. We look forward to comments. We're open to any suggestions, and have a lot of fun crashing weddings. Thank you for tuning in.